They came to my Malibu house with a big case of money, and they said it could all be yours. We need you for 8 weeks. So I came out of retirement and I did the gig.
We were sitting around in a windowless office in Los Angeles. We were working on a film at the time.
In Glendale, which is kind of like Croydon of Los Angeles.
And we'd been stuck in this windowless office because there were other important meetings where writers weren't really allowed. And we started musing about what a British Space Force might be like.
Yeah, and we just thought there hasn't been, you know, we love Star Trek, all those sort of things, but there hadn't been like a British version of that would be kind of different in that there'd be a lot more arguing and a lot more meetings.
Yeah.
And a lot more biscuits.
Yeah.
Who's hungry? Should we have a little something? Snacks? Yeah? 2? Yeah? Good. Mr. Vine, can I have tea and wagon wheels for 6, please?
And the only time you ever get anything done is if you're working on someone else's time.
Yeah.
So it was all of those things. And the idea actually came quite quickly that by, you know, after a couple of hours, we had a few pages.
Yeah. And also, if any idea that we have, which ever gets anywhere at all, we immediately think of 12 things that we can do with it or so.
Yeah.
Unless you think up a lot of ideas to start with, it's probably not a runner.
A further reminder that the weapons bay is not an appropriate venue for hen nights. Please use the designated hen and stag facilities on levels 4 and 5.
So we came back and told people about it, and only 3 years later,
Yeah.
we are making it.
Eduardo's base, don't know what you mean, Camden Lock, over. Bye! You are the chosen one.
Got involved in Hyperdrive when my boss came to me and he said there'd been a demo tape a couple of years ago, and about 6 or 7 months ago he said, would you like to produce Full Power, as it was called then? And I knew about the demo, I'd seen the demo and it was great. I thought that was going to be a great show. And then at the time he said, yeah, do you want to produce this? There were 3 or 4 scripts available and I read them, and he said, well, you've got to meet Andy and Kev. So I met Andy and Kev and we went out for lunch and we had a very nice time and got on, and I said I'm up for it if they're up for it, and here we are. Yeah. But very funny though.
Great, yeah.
And
So
the wipeout, the crash mat would be very funny, another bit.
Yeah, it's a big week for crash mats.
It's crash mat central.
So if we...
I'm pretending I know what a wipeout is.
It's basically...
Don't want to look bad on camera. Yeah.
We all know.
Yeah.
No, he's there, and
Yeah.
Petra will come in like that.
Oh, right, yeah, great.
Cut there, and then you'll find her on the floor.
Right.
As in the surfing sense of the word wipeout, I think.
No, not in that.
So...
So we'll just wait for Hendo.
Wait for Hendo.
Yeah, so if we suggest that line
Just
there.
that line there.
Yeah.
John Henderson brings sheer bloody class, I think, to the production. I pursued him relentlessly for about 2 or 3 months, I think, I can't remember now. And he was unavailable at one point, and we sent him scripts. And I just really wanted John to do it.
Well, the great thing about Hyperdrive for me straight away was the scripts. I mean, I read an awful lot of scripts, and these were the funniest I'd read in 5 years. So that immediately had me through the door.
He makes it look fantastic. He understands the comedy, and visually it looks stunning.
Incoming alien vessel, range 2 decamiles.
Jeffers, prime missiles. Prime. Sandstrom, hold us steady.
Holding vector 3 by 9Y.
Soon we shall dance to their death rattle.
What are you doing? Lights, please. What have we said?
Don't shoot at people in the appointments diary. Don't shoot at people in the appointments diary.
Yes, because when I have guests, I like them to not be on fire.
You were bent into your command.
I went to the toilet.
What?
I went to the toilet.
You were ages.
No, my tummy's... Fine. Can you contact the Glish, please? Clear them to dock. Teal? Yes. There is a chalice load of history up that corridor. Let's go sup from it.
Casting is obviously crucial for any show, and for this comedy show was, you know, really, really important, because you want six. It's an ensemble piece. So you want 6 very good people who can all complement each other's strengths.
The main criteria in casting Hyperdrive was to make people be very real. I mean, the idea was not to have, you know, someone with Peck of the Month winner or anything like that with the perfect gimlet jaw. The idea was to have people that you would meet in any office, in a bank, in an insurance office, in a canteen, anywhere you go. Because in the year where this is set, we'll assume that this is kind of a normal job.
And the search was long, but really good. I think we have a terrific cast. And always in the back of my head, I always pictured the 6 cast members, the crew, up on the bridge, sort of doing the big pose, as if they were the Space Force.
Stuart, Stuart, can you tell the Admiral that starting with the rotating dish at the top, going down through admin and the hover pad, right the way down to the Grand Atrium, he can take his entire starbase and he can shove it up his fat airlock.
That's good.
Thank you.
Nick Frost was the ideal person to lead, to be Henderson in this case, because he is so grounded as a human being that whenever you watch him, it doesn't matter whether you're watching him dealing with zombies or covered or wearing a space uniform, you kind of recognise him thinking, I know that guy, that's like me, I'm like that, you know, and he's one of those sort of people.
Henderson, we see you are straying into box number 9.
Well, you know, we thought 8, 9, pretty close, what they?
We feel talents such as yours are best deployed in box number 8.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't quite catch that. I think there is a little bit of astral interference your end.
Hello, Henderson.
Hello?
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 Hello, welcome to Copenhagen. And pretty good one today. Pretty good one.
How would I describe Commander Mike Henderson? He's very well-meaning.
Yes!
He's very nice. He's the boss. He's the place where the buck stops on board the Camden Lock.
And so, thanks to the brave actions of my crew, the peril of the spectre, of the nightmare, of the menace of drugs has been banished from this sector for a long, long time to come. This concludes my report. I am Commander Mike Hendo Henderson, out.
I think he means very well. He wants the crew to like him, and he cares. He cares that if they don't like him, I think he wants to know why. You know, he's been through a war, I think. But I think more by luck than judgment, he made it through. I like to think maybe he was knocked unconscious and lay there as they scoured the battlefield for the dead, and he just went unnoticed.
He becomes the centre of the group because he is the audience, and his reactions to things are kind of what the audience's reactions to things will be in the piece. That allows you to have a group of people around him who come from a slightly more, shall we say, eccentric background, because he, as I say, becomes the centre of this circle. Because I always work with this thing of the circle, that the man in the centre is us, and everybody around him is allowed to be of a slightly more eccentric behaviour, which is why even the set is circular, for the same reason. So he sits in the centre, and everybody around him has a slightly more eccentric quality.
Can't believe I did that.
Commander, we got a signal. The insectoids of Warris are tackling the British settlers on Regulus Prime.
British?
Yes.
British settlers. All right, let's do our job. Mr. Vine, set course for Regulus Prime.
Yes, Commander.
Mr. York. Sweet York, if you please.
Come on. Sandstrom, full power.
Oh, I love it.
I just thought you should know.
Yeah.
9 British ships closing on us.
Oh. I think Nick's having a great time. Just watching him around the set, he's sort of, you know, friendly with everybody, and I think particularly he and the writers really have found a connection, which is great because they're writing for him. And I think he and Andy seem to have really sparked off a really very funny, almost sarcastic relationship. And you sort of, at a distance, you'd look and you think, well, they don't really get on. But, you know, it's all smiles and fun and laughs. And I think they're really, really having fun. It's a delight to watch. I'm so glad that they've hit it off.
Yeah, Nick Frost is, aside from being one of the most amazing actors that I've ever seen, just so sort of abundantly naturally talented, he's also one of the most incredible people that I've
I think you got a special on you and Nick.
Yeah, yeah.
Andy? Oh, sorry, God. Yeah, he's fine. I mean, yeah, he's all right.
Sometimes we're just sort of knocking around an idea for a joke, and our eyes sort of meet, and just for a moment, and it's like that this sort of this exchange of thought happens on a level that's really deeper.
There's a word for it, and I think that word is love.
Why should I give a shit about Andy Riley? I don't facilitate his effort words. Kevin, now there's a wordsmith, but the other jerk with a cowboy hat, whew, what a stinker. Ask me another question.
Sometimes I think that Nick, he doesn't really feel like talking to me sometimes, and I think that's because our level of communication doesn't need language. I'm sure that's what it is.
I think he doesn't need to because he knows.
We understand it.
Yeah, he knows that.
Also, I like to airlock.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Tell you what you need. You need a little hug from Miss Teal.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, just a big hug. There we are.
Teal.
No need to speak, just rest till morning.
Teal. Please, can you take your hand from out there?
Sorry.
Look, it's out of the underpants, but it's still on the...
Is it? Teal is the diplomatic officer on the ship, and she's a little bit prim, is Teal. She's organised, obsessively efficient. You might say anally efficient. She loves charts, she loves lists, she loves admin. Commander, we need to watch the film.
Oh, Teal, we've all seen the film.
Regulations clearly state that all crew members must watch the film before going to a new planet. I'm sorry, I must insist. Thank you, follow me. Hello.
Let's learn about another alien sex disease.
Let's get this.
Thank you.
This crew member had intercourse with a Glygonthian octopoid. Let's take a close look at his genitals. Pustules have developed, and on the pustules, warts. Soon, his entire groin explodes, revealing 5 baby octopoids, each with his face. Remember, alien sex is danger sex.
Good.
All right, in the end.
She's in love with the commander, but doesn't know quite how to deal with that. Is better at charts and military decisions and work than she is at social interaction, really.
Officer Teal, who's in love with Henderson, is such a wonderful role, which the boys wrote with Miranda in mind. She was in the demo tape.
I did the pilot in 2003, so nearly 2 years ago now, and just normal audition. And then obviously, once I'd done the pilot, who else could they write for? Frankly, had to be me. And I gave them regular blowjobs. So
Okay.
they told me to stop, and then they gave me the part.
Physically, she's very funny. She's very tall, and she's developed this great galumphing walk for Teal, which looks really funny.
She was just absolutely perfect because she completely epitomised the teal that we were after, and the boys wrote for her, having met her, because they met her first. And I couldn't imagine anybody else ever playing that role. And it's really nice because an upper-class lady with a crush on Henderson is a great dynamic to have. There's a whole sort of to the manner born thing going here as well, which is really, really nice.
Someone the other day suggested it was lust. It's not lust, let me correct you there. It's simple adoration and love. She loves him. I reckon she's probably fallen in love with him it's her first love. She doesn't know quite how to deal with it. It's quite overwhelming.
It's a bit like the relationship between Kenneth Williams and Hattie Jakes in the Carry On films, when he was like a surgeon and she was a big nurse. You know, they kind of she fancies him, and he just sees her as a mate. He doesn't see it at all. You know, and I think because he doesn't see it, that drives her all the more crazy.
What day? Oh, Miss Teal, I could kiss you. Oh. Could you?
I am the only real woman in the cast. I mean, people might think Petra, who plays Sandstrom, is a woman. She's not. She's actually a 12-year-old boy. And they all, bar none, fancy me. I know that. I'm just going to say it, you know. And so I was initially worried that I might intimidate with my stature and beauty, which I do on most jobs. So I, you know, that was a little tense to start with, and had to make it clear that I wasn't going to mount them at lunch. They all offered every day for 2 weeks initially. Once we got that out of the way, it wasn't going to happen. It's been good ever since.
It's great. Just a very electric, very physical,
very physical,
very beautiful.
Yeah, I sometimes look, particularly when she's in the costume, it gets me going, and purely in a professional way. I mean, I wouldn't possibly cross that line.
No,
I wouldn't cross that line.
No,
but I'd like to, and I've knocked on her trailer door, and the little caravan's outside. I've waited for her. I've sent her a few things.
Yeah, I like putting up your hair.
They're making themselves laugh again.
Just stay out of Nick's way for a few minutes, right?
Okay.
Work makes us pure. Fatigue is the little Dutch girl tempting us with the fatty cheese of rest. Ignore her cheese. Do not pause to admire her windmills. I said do not pause to admire her windmills. Revive him, extend his shift, and then dock his wages and rations accordingly.
I think when we were first coming up with the show, when we took it to the BBC, I think what got them really excited was when we said we're going to have a whole CGI actor.
Yeah.
Because this hasn't been done before.
Not in a British sitcom.
Not in a British sitcom, not even a British drama. This is going to be what's different about this show, is we have an entirely CGI character.
Yeah, and we stood over John Plowman's desk, the head of comedy, and we said, John, this is going to be something no one's seen before, something absolutely unique. Give us a bit of trust. Let us make it happen. And it has.
And he did. And he did.
Well, obviously, the first challenge of working with a CGI actor is the expense. It cost a fortune, and it took a lot of persuasion and barracking on my part and Kevin and Andy's. The BBC must do this. It must, you know, as part of the charter renewal, as part of being a brand leader in innovative television, we must have the first CGI sitcom character, and we've succeeded. And I mean, how good does it look?
I am the master. You are my tools. I am the alpha and the omega. York out.
I'm created by engineers, people who create illusions. I come out of somebody's mind. I'm a dream made 2D.
Well, you start with an idea of an actor that you wish, and you take lots of photographs, so you get many, many photographs from all different angles of this particular person. And quite often you even actually create a head in clay. It's quite a common thing to do, to get a 3D feel of the thing.
Well, you see, the thing is, I don't know what CGI means. So everyone's saying he's a CGI cat. What does that mean? Apparently he's not real. Well, I treat him as, you know, a normal human person, but when he says to me, I'm off back to my digs, which is a CD case in Nick Frost's car, I find it deeply confusing.
Now, what you then do is you then go into a green screen and you do motion capture with another actor who is covered normally with either ping pong balls, or there are 3 or 4 systems we use nowadays, picking up all the motion that we do. And then from that is then fed to the computer, where they create a skeletal image of the actor himself. And then we decide how flexible he should be, whether he should be able to use his normal abilities, whether he can bend his arm further back than is normal, and things of that nature. And then we then place the clay head on top, and then that is then given to the 3D department, who then match the sound and actually create the whole facial animation, which is then placed, which is the last thing to be placed upon their head.
For example, if I wiggle my finger like that, it's a week. It takes a week. If I do it twice, 10 days, because they get used to it and they save time.
Well, I'd never worked with a CGI actor before, so a lot of it is getting, obviously, eye lines to where, if we had Kevin, where his eyes would be. Wait, oi, what are you doing? Yes, because when I meet guests, I like them to not be on fire. You're working to just a blue face, so there's no, there's no emotion there that I can play off. Yeah, I know, I'm still bunged up on that. Now, fortunately, what I do is I use my acting skills and my skills of looking. So that's my eye line. Just a bit above. So, it's all technical shit. Fine, contact the Glish, clear them to dock.
And step out, please. And cut it there.
Okay. Just don't step on my single. Sorry. The blue screen, we call it a puppet, but it's doing a bloody good job. I don't even know who's inside the suit. And these are the things I should know, but I don't really give a shit.
Don't think I've forgotten the last time, Mr. Jeffers. Oh no, Commander, I'm not having a party. I'm just having a couple of friends over. I'm watching you.
We all make mistakes, Mr. York. And I write all of yours down. Jeffers is pretty geeky. He knows his computers, but he's also sort of a naughty schoolboy. He's a bit arsey. He's got a problem with authority, but eventually he does what he's told most of the time. And he's basically me, I think, or me as I was in school.
He is a perfect epitome of that style. He's a bit of a renegade, a bit of a rogue, a bit of a man who ploughs his own furrow.
Well, Jeffers he's a humanist, but he's also a killer. And if you look into his eyes, pause the DVD and look into his eyes when when he's facing towards the camera, and be chilled. I think they're going to separate that as a still and market it as a whole thing called the Ring 3, about a still from another video that kills.
Rehabilitation cube opening. Please insert prisoner.
Maximum setting.
Rehabilitation cube closing. You have done a bad thing. We are going to rehabilitate you. Watch the kitten. She does not question authority. Be like the happy kitten. And look, another kitten sitting in a hat. What a lovely world it is where kittens can sit in hats.
Me and the writers first got in touch online, unusually. It was a chat room. I was posing as a 12-year-old girl, and obviously they've rewritten the part a bit. It's been adjusted, but they know what jelly babies I like. I'll tell you that much.
He's bearded and he's straggly hair and he doesn't wear his uniform correctly, and he's got a kind of attractive quality, and he looks a lot like a lot of people you've seen in a lot of science fiction pictures.
I mean, I get a 4 a.m. call in the morning, so I'm here before. It's just me and then Sandstrom. We arrive first thing in the morning, and for me, they fit the front piece. Oh, sorry, it's the beard. They fit the main front piece, and then there are the side panels that are added on afterwards. And the hair has actually been implanted through my body. It's indexed to the pubic system, so that for shorter hair, just give the downstairsy yank a little in, and for longer hair, or perhaps like the shaven look, then hair can come down to here upstairs. But in the winter, get a bit of extra length. Don't cycle; it does chafe. That's my advice to myself.
Told you we'd find some food.
Yeah, you did. You did not tell me we'd have to break into a crashed Russian ship full of dead cosmonauts
and scavenge the dead men's rations out of their frozen dead fingers.
Hey, no moaning on my world, OK?
Well, Jeffers is in love with Vine, and that shows through every single moment of the series. The homoerotic tension of the whole thing is, you know, it's subtextual, but it's really super granular.
Vine is a very nervous man and very anxious. I don't think he's got anything to worry about, really, but things go wrong because he goes the wrong way about things.
Because although this is a normal canteen in space, this canteen is actually destroying planets and being attacked by interplanetary aliens. So it's he quite often is the face of terror for us on board the ship.
I'm not sure if he's supposed to be that actually on board the ship. I think things have gone wrong for him, and he applied for another job, a completely different job, and suddenly found himself on board a spaceship.
Camden Lock to Eldon space, stop mucking about, over.
Eldon space, don't know what you're talking about, Camden Lock, over. Vine, you are the chosen one.
I mean, part of the deal was at the beginning, on the pilot particularly, was that I provide all the sound effects for the production. That's sound effects, space sound effects, sounds of the ship, the machines ticking over, and I do it all with my mouth, which that's really what my skills are. I think that's where my talent is with science fiction sound effects. I bought a record when I was about 10 years old, which had a spaceship on the front of it from a show called Blake 7, and I learnt all the sounds off that particular LP. Memorised them, and I did that in the actual casting for this, and that and my sideburns, I think, got me the job.
Sound design is obviously crucial for a sci-fi program because you've got to get the right noise. You haven't had Stephen doing his rubbish sound effects, have you?
That's a sort of alien surprise, I think.
What the... Yeah, Steve thinks that, yeah, it's not going to happen.
That's the airlock, the entire airlock from beginning to end. On scene, episode 5, scene 23, that is. 24. It's 24 now, yeah.
Vine pursuit course, Sandstrom, follow at 35 Vs.
Big yellow fanny splash.
Oh, this on the bridge. I'm on it.
It's rude.
Tut.
Petra Massey is a wonderful physical presence on set. She comes from the circus. Her upbringing is that of a clown, so she has a wonderful physicality about her movements, and she's very funny to watch, just little things that she does, and she's very inventive, and it's if I ever became an actual commander of a spaceship, I would want her to pilot it.
They kidnap me. They come to Romania. I work in circus in Romania. And they come and they beat me with big stick. And they take me away from my family and from my bear and my pony. I love my pony. I miss my pony. Please hip me, please hip me. Hip me to go back. I need your hip. I'm hipless.
It's for her own good.
And also she entertains us as well. She can juggle and sing. And
she can juggle and sing, and on us after a hard day's filming, making the clown juggle and sing.
Yeah.
That's okay.
In circus, in my circus, I was the fat lady, and I not eat, and now I like this. I can't even go back to circus because I'm not fat. I'm thin, and they don't give me no food. And the other performers, they spit at me sometimes, and that on a good day.
Petra's called Petronella Binky Bumps, which then went to Petronells, which went to Petronella, which went to Binky Bumps, which went to Binks, which went to Bumpsy, which went to Pet, which went to Puh, and then back to Petra again. So I actually just call her what she's called. But I know she's really called Petronella Binky Bumps, so Petra, in a way, for me, is a nickname for her.
Oh, my friends, I miss them so much. I miss my friend. Look at the bearded baby. I miss my Afghan magician. He swallowed pony and then he made the pony come back. And I so much I miss him. I miss Hati, his name, Hati.
And she can ride bareback on a dog.
I miss Tyson. Tyson, he's a knife-throwing dog, and he's not so good, you know, but he friendly with me.
Her trick for cats is to have one on each foot and then to kind of skate along. They're like roller skates, cat roller skates. Again,
You're
Romania.
Get so many letters for that.
That's entertainment in the Romanian circus.
People like animal liberation terrorists. He said
well,
that.
they should go
me.
to the Romanian circus and stop this kind of thing. Then it's not. Look, I'm saying that's what we're taking her away from and giving her a better life.
Yeah, we're giving a better life.
Attention all crew, this is Mr. York speaking. The commander is temporarily absent, leaving me in charge. But whilst he's away, good news. We are going to have another one of our personal combat readiness drives. And I suggest that you all remain alert. Very alert, for I may physically attack any one of you at any time. Carry on, York out.
Is that just for cadets and that, or does it apply to officers?
Submit. Yes. Learn, Vine. Learn.
Bit between your bum hole and your girl, please.
And fix Sandstrom, Jeffers, or you're next.
We all share a similar sense of humour, which helps, and we all work together with John Henderson, and I think have created something that we're all proud of.
We want people to enjoy it, and I suppose we want a range of people to enjoy it, from everything from 13-year-old boys living at home with their parents to 14-year-old boys living at home
with their parents. There's
15-year-old boys living at home.
Surprisingly,
with their
actually,
parents
there's
and
quite
no
a lot.
girlfriends. They could enjoy it.
There's quite a lot in it for 12-year-olds as well.
Quite a lot for 12-year-old boys living at home with their parents.
I mean,
and no
not
girlfriend.
11 or 17. That would be insane.